5.5, factoring special forms. Learning objectives. Factor the difference of two squares. Difference means what? Minus, right? Two squares means like, for example, x squared or 4x squared. Why 4? Because 4 is what? 2 square, right? 2, factor perfect square trinomial. 3, use grouping to obtain difference of two squares. 4, factor the sum or difference of two cubes. Which one? This one. A cube minus b cube equal a minus b. It's going to be you square the first term, square the last term, and then multiply the first term, the second term, and then the sign has to be the same. I'm sorry, the opposite. But this one is going to be the same. So the first one is the same. The second one will be the opposite, the middle. As you know that you need to find the meaning of those words on the internet or in the book. Let's make a quick summary before we start the class. 16x squared minus 9y squared. He's telling you to factor it. So we use the formula. This is the formula. A squared minus b squared equal what? A plus b, a minus b. Now 16 is what by what? 4 squared, right? 9. So we're going to apply this formula, right? Who can tell me what will be the answer? What will be the answer? 4, right? X, correct? 3, Y. And what's in the middle? Plus or minus? Plus and minus, okay? Does it matter I put the minus here or the plus here? It doesn't matter. I can put the minus here and the plus there. It doesn't matter. But they have to be opposites. That's why they call it difference, right? Next one here, x squared plus 20x plus 100. Okay, we're going to apply perfect square trinomial because 100 is what? 10 square, right? So we can say what? Who can tell me the first one? X. 10 squared is going to be what? 10 and 10, right? It's going to be plus. Are there same blah blah blah? No. Not same blah blah blah? Are you sure? Same blah 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 or not same blah blah blah? So in this case, can I combine them together and put them in only one parenthesis? And what should I call this parenthesis? We tell her the square, right? X plus 10 squared, right? Because they are the same thing, right? What about this one? Who can tell me? What should I say here? 9. 9 is what by what? 3 what? 3 times 3, right? And 25 is what by what? 5 times 5. And we have x here. Minus, well, plus. Minus. Okay. Now, do we have the same blah, blah, blah? Yes. So, can we combine them together? Square, bravo, Ali, because they're the same blah, blah, blah. Okay. Now, let's go for the cube. How do I know it's cube? 125. It's what? 5 times 5, which is 5. Cube. 5 cube, right? What about 8? 2. 2 times 2 times 2, which is 2 to the power of what? Cube. Okay, so, and we have here difference, right? So we're going to say what? What are we going to say? We're going to say 5, x, minus 2. And now we're going to do what? Square the first. If you square the first, what do you get? 25 what? X squared. Can you square the last? What do you get? Minus 2 times minus 2. Give you plus what? 4. And what about the middle? We said we change the sign, right? Change the sign. Multiply the first times the second. 2 times 5, how much? 10. 10 what? 10x. Is this clear? Clear or not clear? Any questions? Not clear? Clear. Okay. I'm going to go step by step now, okay? Now, what type of factoring is this? What type of factoring? Difference of 2 square. Why do you call it difference? Because we have minus. 36 is what by what? 6 times 6, right? So this is 6 square, x square. 49 is what by what? 7 times 7, which is 7 square, right? Y square. Is this clear? And in the middle, negative. So now we do factoring, right? 2 parentheses. So what should I put here? What should I put here?
6.
What should I put here? What should I put here? What should I put here?
7.
What should I put here? What should I put here?
Y.
What should I put here? What should I put here? What should I put here? One positive, one negative. If you put both of them positive or both of them negative, it's going to be wrong because you want to check the answer. It will not come. You will have a third term. Okay, because you're going to have middle term. Clear? So that's the final answer. Easy? Move on. Who can tell me what's the answer? First, do I have anything common? What is common?
Y.
Y common. Good. What else?
XY.
2xy. Good. So I have to divide this by 2xy, 2xy. Who can tell me? If you divide
X squared.
x squared, good. Minus
9.
9. That's it, right? All right. So what should I do next? What type of factoring is this? 9 is what by what?
3.
3 square, right? Can I factor this? What type of factoring?
X minus and plus 3.
Right. Different of what?
2.
Of squares. Is this clear? Good student will be copying with me. He will be writing those things inside your worksheet. That's a good student. Or if you have your iPad, you can copy this into your iPad. Easy? Any questions? You can always check your answer. How can you check your answer? Multiply the last one with the last one and should give you negative what? Negative 9. Move on. Okay, anything common here? Anything common?
No.
No common. 81 is what by what by what?
3 by 3 by
3 by 3. 3 to the power of what? 4. And x to the power of what? 4. Minus 1. Can I say 1 to the power of 4? Can I say 1 to the power of 4?
لا
Yes. 1 to the power of 4 is 1.
طيب يطلع 1
Yeah. So
إيه
okay. So I'm gonna, this is different of square. I'm gonna put 3, 3, x, x, 1, 1. What about the power? Split the power.
2 2
2, 2. Bravo, Ali. What about the 1?
2 2 ما خرجت
Does it matter? It doesn't matter because the 1 to the power of 2 to the power of itself, it's still 1. So your final answer will be what? 3 squared x squared plus 1. 3 squared x squared minus 1. Or you can say 9x squared plus 1. You can say 9x squared minus 1. Is this clear? Now, can I work this more? 9 squared is what by what? 3 and 3, correct? And x squared is what by what? X times x. And 1, can I say 1 squared? Can I say 1, 1? 1 plus 1 minus? What about this one? Can I factor this one? The answer is no, you cannot factor it because the rule, it said different of square. It didn't say sum of squares. It did not say sum of square. This is sum, so you cannot do anything. So what's your final answer, mister? What's your final answer? What's your final answer? That's your final answer. Easy? Copy? Good students will always have his notebook with him, and he will be copying. Move on. Okay, here we have factoring. What type of factoring is this? Perfect square. Why is it called perfect? Why is it called perfect?
x square x.
Because we have x here, 2 here, 2 here, plus, plus. So that makes same blah, 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 right? What's the blah, blah, blah? Blah, blah, blah square, right?
X plus 2
Right. Is this clear?
Yes.
Any questions? Move on. Okay, more factoring. Who can tell me what's the answer here? Or try. Yalla. Who can try? Do we have anything common? 3 is common? Are you sure 3 is common?
No
No, because if you divide by 3 here, it will not work.
9
9, 64 divided by 9 will it work? It will not work. If it doesn't work for 3, it doesn't work for 9 because they are the same. They are odd numbers.
there is no
There is no common, so no common. Now, can we do factoring? What do you get? 9 is what by what?
3 by 3.
3 by 3. X squared is what by what?
X by
X by x. 64 is what by what?
8 by 8.
8 by 8. Y squared is what by what?
Y. Y by 1.
Y by y. What about the plus? Both of them plus.
That would
Do you have same blah 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 or different blah blah blah?
same.
So what's your final answer?
3x plus x
وندلعها نقولها ايه؟
squared.
Yeah, square. Very good. Is this clear? Any questions? Move on. This is section 5.5. Yeah, who can tell me this one? Do we have anything coming? Anything coming? Yeah, mister, anything coming? No come. Okay, who can tell me x squared,
X
xx? This is easy. 25,
5
5, 5. Khalid, what should I put the signs here? Negative, negative, right? Because if you check the answer here, if you multiply negative 5 times negative 5, it will give you what? It will give you positive 25. Okay, so here, do we have same blah 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 or a different blah blah blah? Same blah blah blah. When the lahan ولا squared. That's it. Easy, mister? Good students will be writing. You want to be a good student? Then you have your notebook and you write. Or your worksheet. What is your worksheet?
So I'm sorry.
Yeah, let's go to the next one. Move on. Difference of two squares. Now, how many terms here?
4.
4. So I'm gonna keep this by itself. I'm gonna be dealing only with the first 3. Okay? Who can tell me the factoring of this will be how much?
XX.
XX. Good.
3 3.
3, 3.
تحط negative عشان
Negative and negative. To check your answer, what do you do? Multiply
this by this.
this times this. Should give you what?
And the x's should give you x squared.
Okay. Now, is same blah 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 or a different blah blah blah?
Same blah blah blah.
So in this case, when the lahan olay,
Squared.
very good. And don't forget outside what do we have?
Negative y squared.
Very good. So in this case, I will split this and say x minus 3, okay? Because this is considered a difference of squares, right? So it's going to be one time is going to be positive, and one time is going to be negative, because this is considered like difference of squares. Okay? A little bit difficult, but I think you can understand this.
خلاص.
Okay, this is finished. Move on to the next one. Okay. Good student will be copying, not playing on the mobile. Move on. Now we're going to go difference of what? Difference of what? 2 cubes. How did I know it's cube? 64 is what by what by what?
8.
No.
4.
4 to the power of what? 3. Very good. So I have x cubed plus 4 to the power of cube. Okay, according to the formula, how can we solve, how to factor difference of 2 cubes? So we have small one and big one, right? The one here is going to be minus. Well, the plus is going to be the same, right? It's going to be the same, but here is going to be minus. Like x cube is going to be x plus 4. Here is going to be what? X squared. Here is going to be what? 16. Correct?
Yes.
What about the middle? 4 times x, how much? 4x. That's it. Easy as easy. Any questions? Move on. Yalla, who can tell me the next one? Different of cubes or different of squares? Of cubes. How did you know? Because this 3 to the power of 3. So what should I do? Take the same one, same sign, right? Same sign is how much? Negative. Take x and 3. Khalid, square the first one. What do you get?
X.
Okay, square the last one. What do you get?
1.
9.
9.
Multiply the first and the second. What do you get?
9. And
You get what? First and the second. You get what? 3x. And what about the sign? It's going to be what? The opposite, right?
yes.
So this one is negative because the same. And with this one is going to be different. Clear? Any questions? Easy or hard? Move on. It's what? Your turn. Yalla, miss, start working on it.